Good morning and welcome to the DFS Army YouTube channel. I'm Razzle11 and you can find me on X at Razzle11Grinds. Going to take a look at pitching for today, the 7th of June. It is Saturday. We did have a 7-game main slate this afternoon to go with a 5-game night or evening slate. This is based on DraftKings breakdown. I know DraftKings and FanDuel rarely ever match up on slate breakdowns, but for that reason, well, not that reason, but one of the reasons why I will be focusing on DraftKings, as that is where a majority of my action is. If you do play in FanDuel, I'll cut my pool into a half or even a third. Pricing isn't quite as tight. Allows you to be a little more creative. Allows you to get the stacks you want with an upper tier-ish pitcher. And this is a first look at the pitching options on these slates. With that said, I think there is some potential weather again in Cincinnati. Probably a spot we probably want to avoid, but the pitching in that one is blah anyway, so we don't really have to worry about it. With that said, not the greatest pitching scenarios overall. There are a number of pitchers on each slate with K-props 5.5 or higher, which is definitely something we try to lean towards overall. But as far as names go, etc., I think there's going to be a lot of names that we're playing that we or the average person just isn't super excited about. I'm excited about Orion Weathers versus Taj Bradley, but I wish that game was in Miami and not Tampa Bay. Average baseball fan probably not really intrigued by that pitching matchup. They might be more intrigued by Hunter Brown, Gavin Williams, but that might not even intrigue them all that much either. So this early slate or main slate, I guess technically, just lacking some name recognition from a pitching standpoint overall, but we still have to create a pitcher pool out of the options we do have. So with all of that said and done, let's take a look here at the first game, Texas-Washington. I probably should consider Mitchell Parker, to be honest, since Texas has been so bad offensively, but I don't really think I can go there. 3+ earned runs allowed in 7 straight starts for Mitchell Parker. 5 home runs allowed over the last 3 starts. Just not trending in a positive direction at all. Just not really something I want to be interested in. Game total of 8. But we get DeGrom on the other side. K-prop of 5.5, juice to the under. Case have disappeared the last 2 starts. Obviously a bit worrisome, given his injury history, etc. There's only been 81 pitches in each start as well. I'm not sure if there's something going on, but, based on the information we do have, I think we just have to be interested. Before I started recording this, he did not have a win odds prop posted, so we will take a look here, see if that's updated. I don't believe it is. It's not, but the Rangers are -175 favorites on this slate, so DeGrom's certainly valuable. I do have some worries. If it looks like he's going to be popular, I might have to go underweight just because his recent form just doesn't showcase upside because there just hasn't been any strikeouts and the pitch count is down. So, next game, Rangers Suarez, Andrew Heaney. Heaney, another guy that's interesting because he can randomly strike out double digits or nearly double digits, but he hasn't had one of those games in a while. With that said, I do expect one of those games to pop up here soon. Will it be against Philadelphia? I'm not so sure. If Bryce Harper's out of the lineup, I think that puts Heaney much more into play. I think he's in play for us right now, to be honest. He was solid against Philly the first time, just no strikeouts. And if you're not getting many strikeouts, you can't have walks because you need to have clean innings on DK to have a shot at 20 to 25 fantasy points. No strikeouts, no clean innings, but only giving up one run, you're just not going to score enough. So, Haney's in play right now. His K-Prop's just 3.5 juices on the over. Plus 300 to earn the W, which is a pretty ridiculous number. But he's just one of those guys for GPP purposes. Like, he just randomly will go 6 innings and strike out 8 or 9. Which I think could happen in a spot like this. Ranger Suarez on the other side. Definitely somebody that I want to utilize. Give up 3 runs to this Pitt squad the first time we faced them, but still put up nearly 22. Take away a couple of those runs, and now we're over 25. Good spot. He's plus 100 to earn the W. K-Prop of 5.5 is basically a pick'em, which puts him at the 4th best K-Prop on this particular slate. I think Suarez is certainly going to be a strong option as we continue to pick on Pittsburgh with pitching. San Francisco, Atlanta. Logan Webb is pitching at home. That should be all I really need to say. I get that he's facing Atlanta. They do have a dangerous offense, and it is a day game. So that is a little bit of a worry. But with that said, he's absolutely phenomenal when pitching at home. K numbers do take a hit, but pitching to the ballpark, getting outs, going deep into games, averaging nearly 7 innings per start at home, as opposed to just under 6 innings per start on the road. Big change. Logan Webb, certainly one of the strongest options. Tied for the 2nd best K-Prop at 5.5 juice to the over. Plus 110 to earn the W, which is right behind Suarez on this slate. Just a strong option for us. Logan Webb, definitely up there. No thanks on San Francisco pitcher, Atlanta's pitcher and Elder. Kansas City, the White Sox, Hauser, Waka. Going to kind of speed through this. Hauser and Waka are certainly viable. They just don't excite me. Waka a little better because he's got the better matchup. Shows more upside than Hauser, especially because Kansas City doesn't strike out a whole lot. Hauser's been alright, so he's going to be in play, but it's Waka that I'm interested in. Problem is Hauser's K-Prop's 3.5, Waka's is 4.5 juice to the under. But Waka is plus 150 to earn the W. So I think I end up on Waka, but not on Hauser. Miami, Tampa Bay, I mentioned this before. I am excited about Ryan Weathers versus Taj Bradley. Younger pitchers have some exciting upside, can fall apart. Weathers was cruising and then all of a sudden fell apart against San Francisco. Taj Bradley flashed a big-time upside. Struck out 10 against Houston last time out. But he's volatile. Can allow some home runs. Some walks lead to bigger innings, etc. Miami got to him the one time he faced them already. I don't know if Weathers didn't pitch against Tampa Bay. He's been phenomenal on the road, but this ballpark isn't the best for pitching. But game total is just 8.5 in this one, so maybe not bad. Taj Bradley's K-Prop 5.5, juice to the under, and Ryan Weathers is 4.5, juice to the over. Neither had a win prop yet, but both guys are super in play for me because of the upside, but realize there is a lot of downside to them in that ballpark. Like I mentioned, just not interested in pitching in Arizona, Cincinnati. Plenty of weather there as well. Hunter Brown, Gavin Williams, probably the best pitching matchup on the day, arguably. Hunter Brown, K-Prop is 6.5, which is number 1 on this slate. Juiced to the under, but still 6.5. Gavin Williams, 5.5, juiced over, which is tied for 2nd on this slate. Hunter Brown plus 145 during the W. Gavin Williams plus 205. So it's ways down there. Lowest total on the slate of 7. Just play Hunter Brown. And I think I'm just going to play Gavin Williams. But I thought, now I'm not sure what his splits are like. For some reason I had in my mind that he's slightly reverse splits. Or I'm going to bring that up on the other monitor because now I'm curious. He is more than slightly reverse splits. He does give up more home runs to lefties, but overall, he'd hit much more by right-handed bats. That's a worry in the spot because Houston's super right-hand heavy. So he's going to be super volatile. He's going to offer plenty of upside, but there's a lot of volatility with Gavin Williams. against that Houston lineup. Night slate, evening slate, whatever you want to refer to it as, 5-gamer. Garrett Crochet, certainly strong option. Double-digit strikeouts in each of his last 2 starts. He's not faced the Yankees yet, but still has been phenomenal, especially on the road where he is pitching this evening. K-prop is 7.5, juice to the over, plus 145 during the W, which seems a little low. The game's basically a pick'em right now. Other side, Ryan Yarbrough, going to be in play. He's looked phenomenal as a starting pitcher for the Yankees. Actually getting strikeouts as well, which is something I never thought I would really see with Yarbrough. I think we just ride the hot hand with him. Like I said, it is a pick'em, but he is plus 225 during the W. Those win-odd difference in a pick'em game really tells me that the Yankees bullpen is much stronger than Boston. Yarbrough's K-prop at 4.5, juice to the over. I think he's definitely in play, and it feels weird to say that. San Diego, Milwaukee, basically like the same pitcher facing each other. One's right-handed, one's left-handed. I'm just not excited about taking either guy. We've been waiting to see Kolek do first 2 start things since then, but he hasn't faced offenses as weak as Pitt in Colorado. Solid against San Francisco, but even then, less than 15 fantasy points. I think this is a game we could see decent performances by the pitchers, but they combine for like 32 fantasy points, and I don't think we need to consider them. If you wanted to consider one, like I would maybe debate Quintana, but I just don't like either of them on this slate. Seattle, LA, Luis Castillo, one of the guys I hate considering. We have used him a couple times recently. His K numbers just kind of disappeared a bit this year. They've been up lately. By up, I mean maybe 1 per inning. The reason he's in play, huge K upside matchup against the Angels. He has been worse on the road, which obviously is a worry. But K-prop of 5.5, juice to the over, which is the second best on this particular slate. Plus 130 to earn the W, which is the second best on this particular slate as well. I think we just have to play Luis Castillo on a 5-gamer. Clay Holmes and Coors. We are going to go there. There is some worry here. Ks have been down. Home runs have been up. Kind of something that I predicted to potentially happen. You know, a career reliever going to be a starting pitcher. Not everybody can be Seth Lugo. More innings, pitches, racking up on the arm. There could be some fatigue going in there. He's given up 7 home runs over his last 5 starts after giving up 0 over his first 6 or 7 starts. K numbers are down. Obviously, big issue, but he's taking on the Rockies. I know the Rockies just hit 2 home runs against him, but he's minus 105 during the W. The Mets are minus 291 favorites. His K-prop's 5.5, juice to the under, which is tied for the 3rd best K-prop on the slate. I think we're just utilizing him. If the field's going to go massive on him, then I will be underweight just because I'm just not sure he has the upside. And at that point, I would much rather gamble and take the underweight approach if he's going to be super popular. Last game, Severino Morton. Game total of 10.5 in Sacramento. Tough one. Baltimore struggled enough offensively that I think Severino has to be in play. He looked horrendous against Minnesota, but decent prior to that. His numbers at home have been horrendous. On the road, he's been absolutely phenomenal and lights out. Volatility for sure, but I think he's in play because the opponent has weaknesses. K-prop 4.5, juice to the over. Other side, Charlie Morton's actually looked really good for the last month or so. We got to play him. It's dangerous. 5.5 K-prop, juice to the under, plus 175 to earn the W. But Baltimore's favored. Obviously, volatility. It's been bad, even worse on the road. 10 home runs allowed in just over 53 innings. But there we have it. There's your first league of pitching. If you enjoy what I bring to you, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. Get the alert anytime we drop videos. And if you want to join us, get access to our coaches, tools, sheets, Discord, etc. Links will be in the description below. You can use promo code RAZ, that's R-A-Z, for 10% off monthly. And as always, best of luck, everybody.